as the Knicks come into town for this one. And get ready for another dose of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. The Cavaliers again playing host, continuing their homestand in this one. And with the top record in the East, well, there's no doubt that this is a top-caliber team.
And really no surprise here, guys, at all to find them among the elite teams in their conference. And moreover, I'd say this is a team with a legitimate chance to win it all.
I'm with you there. That's a safe bet. I mean, they've played angry this year with an edge, really pounding down and beating up on people. As long as they save some of that fire and fight for the postseason, they're going to be a scary team to face.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And New York, looking at who they've got. Anthony is out there with Porzingis. Then it's Vujacic. Then there's Calderon. And it's Lopez. And at the center, locking down the middle.
A lot of times in the first quarter, it will dictate how big a role a player has later on.
New York with the ball. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And the issues they had defensively, in part, I thought, was a huge factor. Really compounded, I think, because it was a road game for them.
Well, you know, they gave the crowd a bunch to cheer about. And when you do that, you put yourself in a really tough position trying to come away with the road win.
Here's LeBron. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one's on Anthony.
How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Innovation and improvisation right there, Greg. Finding a way to get that shot to fall after taking the contact.
James, no good on the free throw.
And the thing about LeBron James, he's really done a nice job of reshaping his game over the years. I mean, every veteran goes through losing a little speed and quickness. The great ones compensate by getting stronger and more physically imposing, not to mention also their basketball IQ grows as well, just as has been the case for LeBron.
Here is Calderon after the basket by Timothy Mozgov. Lets it go from 11, and he didn't get quite enough under that one. The Cavaliers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. LeBron left side. Wallace with it. He's picked up by Lopez. Smith dishes to Shumpert. 6 to shoot. Another 3 for Cleveland.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper.
Vujacic kicks to Anthony. The dish to Calderon. Pass to Porzingis. They double him with Love. Ball's knocked loose. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession.
And with a quick break in the action, here are some numbers for Lopez. 9th in field goal percentage. And, of course, rim protection always at a premium. That's an important part of his game. Top 20. In Bloxburg.
And, you know, back to his phenomenal efficiency from 3. His consistent shooting creates a lot of openings in the defense.
Now Anthony, after LeBron's three-pointer that didn't go.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that position. Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the 3 in transition.
Knicks trail by 7. Anthony drives in. Over to the left wing. And so the ball's out of bounds. Shumpert touched it last. We've got a chance here, so let's now look at the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. The league's stingiest teams. The Cavaliers 4th.
You know, I don't think all the time that defensive-minded teams get the credit they deserve. And sometimes I think that teams like this aren't as exciting to watch. But you know what? It's effective. Limiting your opponent's points goes a long way towards giving you the results you're looking for.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing their defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. Not one second-chance bucket for the opposition. They're boxing out on every shot.
Shoots the 3. It's rebounded by New York. Anthony with it. Now Smith defending. And there's a whistle. Goes on him on Shumpert. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
The drive by Anthony, and he uses the glass on the layup. Anthony's got his second basket of the night.
Really well done there. Just confident.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they won their last contest, that game against Golden State.
And the way they attacked the basket in that game was unreal. I mean, after a while, the defenders seemed to just wave the white flag.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, that's what will happen when a team continues to attack the basket and come away with layups. The defense tends to get demoralized and deflated.
The Cavaliers leading by 7. LeBron drives in. Shumpert gets a wide open look. Love kicks to Shumpert. That falls. Great assist by Love. 9 points for Amon Shumpert.
Man, they are doing some damage from deep.
Which is the main reason, partner, they're sitting on this big lead. Awesome shooting so far.
Here's Porzingis. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And here's Anthony for 3. There's the bucket. Good. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. James outside. Smith on the wing. On the wing, Shumpert. Wide open. Another miss by Shumpert.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Outside Anthony. And no good trying to get that. And some tough times for the Knicks, but you listen to Carmelo Anthony, it's clear he's invested.
They pulled all the strings to give me.
Knicks fans rooting for Carmelo to help make New York a playoff venue once again.
And you know what? It's going to take a lot more than Carmelo playing strong to get the Knicks back into the playoffs and to make them a destination to where NBA stars want to come.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
And New York, looking at who they've got. Robin Lopez out there with Porzingis. Then there's Calderon. Then it's Vujacic. And it's Anthony in at the 3 slot. Here is Calderon. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. One thing about Jose Calderon, you could see the frustration in him last season playing a career-low 42 games, and his averages were down pretty much, Greg, across the board.
Yeah, and Kevin, he was brought in to kind of invigorate the Knicks' point guard position, but following a preseason calf injury, you know, he missed the team's first 13 games and never was able to really get going. Remember, coming into a new system where he had to learn how to play differently, and then after all that, you know, you have to shut him down because of that left Achilles.
Love the pass to Smith. Kept alive. Love kicks to Smith. Outside Shumpert. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
And getting back to Jose Calderon, he's been an extremely efficient shooter for a point guard, 48% from the field throughout his career. But last season, he couldn't hit it at all. I mean, he dropped down to 41%.
New York shooting their first free throw of the evening.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
Yeah, in general, they've been very solid. I mean, free throw shooting isn't something they've had to worry about too much this season, guys.
And, you know, on the topic of Jose Calderon, his game is predicated on getting others involved. Last season, he had Carmelo Anthony to throw it to, and really pretty much no one else. So,
you know, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult. while they're trailing?
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
I tell you what, guys, I don't care what the score is. That's the play we're going to remember when this game is over. His shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Out to the right wing. Fader on the way. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Love's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Smith, no good.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
To the wing right side. Here's Porzingis. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line. Shoot 2. That one on Mozgov.
Hey, guys, Porzingis was almost a rookie last season, but he opted to pull out of the early entry and wait a year for this past summer's draft. Seems to have worked out for him as far as how his draft stock has changed.
Greg, you're right with Porzingis. It made sense for him to wait one more year. Clark has a lot to learn, but still comes over, you know, as a much talked about player, a much better player than had he declared last season.
I agree with you, yet he'll still need time to develop, but all the ingredients are there. He's got a chance to be a really good player.
Yeah, the Latvian had a great
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
To take their first time out here.
You know, obviously, you know, there's some things out there he does not like and wants to talk it over.
Well, Greg, you played, and you envision yourself as a coach as well. So, you know, sometimes you need to make some adjustments.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. Williams against the Flalo. That's tipped. Outside Williams. Pulls up on the wing. It's rebounded by New York.
And that's a well-contested shot.
Well, we've seen him before. He does not allow you to just get easy baskets. He's always going to make you work for him.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Here's Irving. Lets the 3 fly. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Irving's got his first 3 points of the game.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Grant dishes to O'Quinn. On its way from a Flalo for 2. Goes back up. Shot is good, and the Cavaliers lead cut down to just 6 points with the basket from O'Quinn.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback. Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks.
Williams against the Flalo. And Williams, here we go. Here's Thompson. Rebound by Williams. Knicks trail by 4. The feed to a Flalo. Tries from 16. Here's O'Quinn. Misses in close.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
Williams for 3. And that one's good. Williams has got himself on the board with 3 there.
And that's good stuff from him. Nice touch.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. A Flalo, no good.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
Williams with another miss. And O'Quinn kicks to a Flalo. The layup off target. And we finished 1 half.
Hi, Kevin, I'm here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny, the Jet Smith, and it's Cleveland out on top at halftime. They've got the 7-point lead. Shaq, we'll start with you. How do you think they played? And that's it for halftime, as the second half is just about
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. Carmelo Anthony really has his fingerprints all over this one.
And the thing I noticed most in that first half was his offense. He was not wasteful with his opportunities and also did a great job of converting with the chances he had.
I agree with you, Greg. Judicious shot selection. All of his looks were good looks.
We've got Williams. Thompson is out there with Jones. Then there's Channing Frye. And it's Irving at the point guard. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue.
You know, Channing Frye signed a 4-year, $32 million contract in 2014. And in the very first leg of that contract, promptly had his worst season in 5 years. In fact, he even lost his starting job along the way.
And that one's good, Irving.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
Knicks trail by 10. Aflalo outside. Grant gets a wide open look. And the three off target. Cleveland's got the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it. 9 times they've missed. Again, Williams missing.
Oh, that's a tough three-point try when you've got the defense right there.
Well, he'd have to be really good to knock down the shot like that against that kind of defense.
And Seraphin throws it down.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.